more. Well, hello and welcome back to my channel. I was hoping by today I was going to have my hair cut, but I went to the hairdresser today and they said, no, come back in half an hour. Went back in half an hour and they'd already had other people in the line, so I went, not going there. Hope you're all well. Another manic Monday. I don't know about you, but all my feeds on my social media have been filled with lots of conspiracy theories about what happened to Trump. I just don't know what is true. And then I saw that the Secret Service and the feds are now blaming local law enforcement because it was outside of the perimeter. But I would have thought that, hello, short order, I would have thought that if you're going to do something with an open air and there's some buildings, that you would want to have them secured as well. I would have thought that was logical. So it looks like there's lots of, they're all blaming each other for it by the looks of it. And then they've said, well, they had temporary Homeland Security staff. Well, it doesn't matter. They all should be trained. If you're not trained. And so I don't know. Then there's stories coming out about the shooter, and sounds like he was a very lonely boy. I'll call him a boy because he was 20, and I feel really sad. I think people are hounding his parents. I saw one article that said that his parents identified as Jewish, and I thought, how can you identify as Jewish? You are either Jewish or you're not Jewish. So they are, they seem to be scraping at straws to be able to find a reason for all of this to happen. And of course, our favorite journalist has jumped in that bag, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 posts today on this matter. Now, five posts on this matter with a little bit of Shannon Doherty put in there. But I noticed she didn't say anything about Richard Simmons either, because he passed away, which I mentioned yesterday. But so we looked at that one because she did 4 yesterday, 5 today. So she did a post here. She essentially, I don't know whether she copied and pasted it, but is it Shannon? She's got Shannon with an O here. Then she's got Shannon with an E, and she's used Shannon with an E. So is it Shannon? How is it spelled? Because you would think it's actually H. It says SHANNEN. So you would think, so she spelled it wrong here. She spelled it wrong there. And then she's obviously corrected it. And then she's used it there. So she was 53. Apparently she had I only really knew her from 90210, and I knew that she was in Charmed. That's about all I know about her. and that she was now you want to talk about an advocate? She was an advocate, a breast cancer advocate, and she kept working to the end. You know, that's what an advocate does. So 53. Okay, so she's. Oh. You thought it was Shannon? Yeah, so SHANNEN, correct. All right, so it says, so now she's given us all the background on the alleged shooter. Now, this I believe is from his yearbook. So he was 20 years old. He graduated in 2022. He's a registered Republican. His father, Matthew, is a registered Libertarian, and his mother, Mary, is a registered Democrat. Classmates describe him as a loner, incredibly smart, but the target of bullying by peers. Apparently he was relentlessly bullied. He had no military experience. His mother is a licensed social worker and therapist. No motivation for the crime. He crawled onto a nearby roof that was unsecured. Experts are claiming the roof being unsecured by secret service units or law enforcement was a failure. The FBI said on a call Sunday that the AR-style weapon was recovered at the scene. The gun was legally purchased by the shooter's father. They do not know how he gained access to the weapon. He had no ID on him. They loaded explosives in his car. There's no known social media accounts tied to him other than a Discord account. Had no criminal history or lawsuits. His classmates described him as leaning right. He worked at the Bethel Park Skilled Nursing and Rehabilitation Centre as a dietary aide, according to his employer. FBI Special Agent Kevin Rojek stated in a call that no known ideology had been attached to the shooter. In a call, he stated that the FBI had been reviewing his social media, phone writings, and day-to-day activities, and nothing of note had been discovered. According to ABC News, investigators looking into recent misinformation he'd been consuming to see if there are any ties to his motive. He's not affiliated with any extremist groups. Voter registration is public. These details are shared because the crime is against the politician. And she shut off comments. So then she's done this. Videos circulating of another man claiming to be Thomas Matthew Cook and not the same person as the shooter. The video posted is of another man with the same name. He looks nothing like the shooter. The video was made after the shooter was deceased in the video, and the man claimed to have had the same name, that he hates Trump, but this is not the shooter. There are no known social media videos of the actual shooter. There's a video of the shooter from his graduation and another for a commercial company that teaches AP classes for students. Known ideology and massive misinformation. The FBI gave an update on Sunday afternoon, provided some new insight on the shooter. However, there is still known motive. I think she means no known motive. Here is what they revealed. There's no known ideology identified for the shooter. A review of social media accounts, posts, messages, and online activity showed no indication of any threats by the shooter. The shooter motive remains unclear. He was not connected to any extremist groups. His phone is yet to be reviewed and was sent to a forensics team. Thomas Crooks wasn't known to be outwardly political. He was confirmed as a member of a local gun club. However, the gun club condemned the act and stated it was against what they stood for as an organisation. The weapon was legally purchased by his father. However, let me just put that on do not disturb mode. However, the FBI is not clear how he gained access to the weapon. Co-workers of Thomas Cooks were shot and said there's no indication. Yes, it is short order. How did you know? How did you know? Hello, Harrison. were shocked and said there were no indications this week that anything was wrong with him. His co-workers said that Thomas wasn't a radicalised extremist and that he rarely spoke about politics. He graduated with an associate degree in 2024 in computer engineering. The FBI reports massive amounts of information circling about the shooter. They said numerous videos posted on social media claiming to be the shooter aren't him. They have found no videos of the shooter condemning or yelling about Trump. The roof was identified as a concern by the Secret Service before the event. Despite this concern, no one from law enforcement secured the property. And this is the problem. The Secret Service now and the local law enforcement are having a bit of a disagreement as to who was supposed to be doing what, I think. Police made contact with Thomas moments before the shooting. A call was made to police reporting a suspicious person at the location of the shooter. When police arrived, they climbed the roof. Thomas pointed a gun at the officer. The officer dropped the gun to save his life. So there you go. And then, there was 5 posts. Then we've got this one. A former classmate spoke to Philadelphia Inquirer about Thomas Crooks. Apparently, Tom was very interested in government and enjoyed debates in high school. His former classmate stated he stood firmly on the conservative side. This obviously left the classmate confused because Donald Trump is a conservative candidate. This is simply provided for context. I don't know. It's just very interesting that there seems to be no motive. Why would he carry out? There has to be something that no one knows. Someone wrote, "Thank you for the thank you for the nonpartisan post." It's just so sad. But she's got to share that she's, he's a registered Republican. He would have had his first vote as well. And then we've got that, and we've got that. So she's just repeated all of her own same stuff again. So there you go. Well, school went back today too. In my state, I've still got another week off because the school that I work at has another week. All the teachers are back, so I don't have to be back today. So that's good. They're doing all their PD. I think they've got to do child protection stuff and first aid and mental health and all those training courses that teachers have to do because you have to be all things to all people. I believe the father did. I did read something about the father did identify the body. They are, as you can imagine, the family are distraught. The parents are distraught because they don't know. They're struggling to make sense of it, as you would. So this is from the Independent. I just had to see what article I could find. I don't know what to say. Family of Matthew Crooks struggles to make sense of Trump shooting. I don't know what to say, his dad said. I don't know what to say. Mark Crooks, the would-be assassin's uncle, told the Independent. Questions swirled. Reached by phone on Sunday morning, Crooks' uncle, Mark Crooks, said he was inundated with calls following his nephew's attempt on Trump's life, which was, of course, a tremendous shock, he told the Independent. He had no idea what might have motivated the shooting, and he's trying to process the news. I don't know what to say. The 68-year-old lives in Allison Park, Pennsylvania, about 20 miles from the Crooks' hometown of Bethel Park, and he hasn't had any contacts with the Crooks in years. I haven't seen the kids since he was little. He never wanted to bother with maintaining a relationship, so we didn't see him. Crooks' parents, Matthew and Mary, are certified behavioural health counsellors according to state licensing. Neither responded to multiple requests. In a brief call with CNN on Saturday night, Matthew Crooks, 53, said he was attempting to figure out what is going on, and that he needed to wait until I talked to law enforcement before saying anything further. According to Secret Service spokesman, Crooks squeezed off multiple shots before agents neutralized him. One rally attendee was killed, 2 others were quickly injured. Crooks was clad in grey camouflage and had explosives in his car, according to unidentified law enforcement officials. The assault rifle recovered from Crooks' position atop a manufacturing plant just north of the grounds of the Butler Farm show, where Trump was speaking. When law enforcement searched his body, they found he had no ID on him. And then Melania. So when I watched the violent bullet strike my husband Donald, I realized my life and Barron's life were on the brink of devastating change. She said, I am grateful to the brave Secret Service agents and law enforcement officials who risked their lives to protect my husband. After the attempt on Trump's life, President Biden said there is no place in America for this type of violence. It's sick. So I think the parents are trying to process it all, because you would think, being behavioural counsellors, they may have noticed. I don't know. But you would think, I don't know. Do you ever know really what's happening with your kids? When he was 20. It is just so random. So it just, they can't make, I mean, it just seems so odd. Obviously something triggered him. And apparently had explosives in the car too. So he meant business. Okay. I did see another report to say that he got kicked out of the rifle club at school because he couldn't shoot properly. So that's interesting. Probably the fact he wasn't a great shot may have actually saved Trump. The issue that I have, because they ended his life, we now will never know. The thing about keeping people alive is that you can sometimes find out the answer. Same with the Bondi stabbing attack. That guy's life was ended too. I mean, we don't know what provoked that. There's only assumptions made, but we don't know because we can't speak to him. But again, you had distraught parents. So, and usually, from what they've said, they would generally leave a manifesto or a letter, or there'd be some evidence of something, that they had something prepared. But there's nothing. There's but yeah, it's definitely totally weird. They're saying that he was intelligent. See, they've got to. They actually people actually were able to take pictures of him before. There he is. Look. So they knew he was there. So and I don't know how they were able to. I mean, that's the parents' house. I mean, How scary. I mean, you know, you could, yeah. Former Trump official, the safe place, apparently. Yeah. So, yeah, I just don't know. Because that was him graduating in 2022. So, I mean, it could be a case of we will never know. And, but yeah, all my feed is just filled with all of that at the moment. Quite, quite amusing. Uh, and Gypsy Rose has been fishing. Her and Ken are wearing matching shirts. Look at that. Everyone says she looks happier with Ken. Well, of course she's looking happier with Ken because everyone, all of this would be and we won't be seen for another 25 years. Yeah. Yeah, we won't know. They'll just hope that we all go away. In fact, some outlets aren't even talking about an attempted assassination. They're just talking about an incident. Our Prime Minister referred to it as an incident. There you go. Did you catch a fish? No, didn't catch a fish. Learning to cast a line. Well, everyone says she should never have got married to that control freak. So there you go. She's so she went fishing. Yeah, we're being told what to think from the media. Well, see that bugs me as well. That really sort of bugs me a little bit that we're being told what to think. You know, we definitely live in a time where our media is sensitized. Um, you know, so sanitized. I mean, sanitized. It was really good. I tell you what, it was really good to see Princess Kate. Let's talk about Princess Kate from a few articles. There are very few articles I have to actually search for. It's funny. Well, on X, they're everywhere, right through. But other than that, they're very few and far between. Princess Kate, didn't she look beautiful? Let's start with Princess Kate and Charlotte. Can't forget Charlotte. Charlotte's looking very happy, isn't she? Like I don't care about you're not on X. Well, yeah, that's where all the conspiracy theories are. I mean, there's the group that says that it was the Democrats behind it. Some are saying it's the Republicans to try and get more votes for Trump, and that he was supposed to miss all sorts of different. Then there's that he's with some. There was some financial group behind it because he was um, uh, in some video. The kid was in some video at school that was paid for by a financial group, rock something. Oh no. Gypsy Rose has got to go fund me. Why isn't KJ speaking out about this. I'll show you if I can get it. If I can find it. Unless it's been taken down. It's to help her with her divorce. Let me just go to Gun, see if I can find it. I just saw a post about it and I thought, oh no. I'd heard people, I'd seen some talk about it, but I didn't really take it seriously because I thought she wouldn't, would she? Well, apparently she would. Now it's sad. Where was it? Oh, I've missed it. Let me go back to it. I have to go find another one. Are we? X. They would, yeah. And it's funny. Gypsy at school, Gypsy Blanchard. Okay, I gotta find it. It's really quite sad. I mean, where is it? Did she take it down? Maybe she took it down already. When was this posted? Yeah, July 15th. That's 2 days ago. She wants $10,000. She wants $10,000 to get a fresh start, apparently. Just seeing if I can find it. Oh, here. Oh, no, this is a different one. This is a different one. Help Ken and Gypsy prepare for baby Urka. Hey, it's me. Hey, guys. It's me, Gypsy. I'm starting this GoFundMe for Ken and I as we continue our journey to becoming parents together. All donations will make sure baby Urka has everything they need and are greatly appreciated. Created 2 days ago. There you go. She wants $4,000. Baby Urka. And she's got nothing yet. So what was it about Katie Joy talking about fundraisers? So, yep, so this is her fundraiser. I think that was all. So she must have taken the other one down. Yeah, there you go. Baby Urka. Yep, baby Urka. Doesn't say baby. Is that no? Ken Urka. Urka's the surname of Ken. Urka's Ken's surname. But that's not the GoFundMe that I had seen. This is the one that I had seen. But obviously she's changed it. So this one said, "Hi everyone, it's me, Gypsy. I'm reaching out to my fans for your support in getting this divorce from Ryan Anderson so I can move on with a happy future with my honey Ken. Please feel free to donate so I can move forward." And then, so she's taken that one down and she's put this one up. So, yeah. Oh, you thought it was the baby's name? No, it's the surname. It's the surname of Ken. She just did a go. So after the baby registry failed, she set up a GoFundMe. Hi, Laura. Well, I do too, Laura. I think we all do. But a lot of us have dignity and try to earn it ourselves, right? You can't tell. I mean, there's a simple reason. She can send Ken out to go get a job. Does he work? Or is he living off her? Chocolate edition. I'm agree with that. I love it how when you Google everything about Ken, it says that he's a private guy, but it's funny, he seems to be doing all these TikTok lives. But there's nothing to say what he does or if he does anything. Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind a GoFundMe to pay for my coffee things. But they're really expensive. Well, how's he going? Yeah, how are they going to pay for the? How are they going to pay for the baby? Don't be surprised if there's not another season of this show. So yeah, they've got a baby to pay for. So oh look, I wouldn't be surprised that there'll be another season for sure. definitely, up until the birth, because she's going to need money. So there's going to be a need and a desire for money. So, I mean, things must be bad if you need a GoFundMe. I mean, who's teaching her about, money? Katie can teach her. She does. She does know everything, yes. Correct. Okay. Now, I thought there was, for the case, the complaint, that was the third amended complaint, yep. I thought there was a court date coming up. 16th of the 8th. I can see 16th. Oh, maybe they've changed the dates, because there's now a 16th of the 8th, not the, what have we got here? Well, she does know everything. Well, as I said, she was all over the assassination attempt today, or yesterday, whatever day it was. So I'm going to have a look at what's. Oh no, that's LA. I need to go. I don't need to look in the Victorian court schedule, because I won't find it there. There's Katie. Correct. I mean, I don't know why she needs to let everybody know, because it's all over the media. I'm going to be back in a minute. Okay, I'll be back shortly. I'm just going to play you some lovely music. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Let me just put my thing back on. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. All right. So there we go. Sorry about that. I had to take care of nature. So. Oh dear. So I am looking for an update on the California case. I thought there was an update or another case coming. So sometimes you can find case calendar stuff. So I agree. So here we go. I'm going to put in this whole shindig has gone quiet. It really has gone quiet. Okay, it looks like there's nothing now because obviously whatever's happened. So I've just put in a just put in the case search in there, civil case calendar, and it says, so it's got the dates. So there is a motion to compel to be heard on the 8th, is it the 16th of, I thought it was, unless there's been something else filed, and it says that the 16th of the 8th, 2024, a motion hearing on motion to compel, and there's another one at 8:30, hearing on motion to compel discovery, not further discovery. Laura says, apparently the King Queen are going to tour Australia and Samoa in the autumn. Only 2 places in Australia, New South Wales and Canberra. Some would argue they're the same thing, but yeah, only one part of Australia. So I've again, people have been really stupid. Someone said that they need to, what did they need to do? They need to pay their own way and apologise to the First Nations people for colonialism. I think that's a bit going overboard, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. So yeah, it's not a full Australian tour, and I think initially they were going to do a full Australian tour, but it's because of his house that they're not. Yeah. So anyway, so the next case for California, next date in California is the 18th of November. Sorry, August. Sorry, the 16th of August. I can't even read. Yeah. And it's funny because not only the King and Queen coming, the international leader of the Salvation Army is also coming, and they're actually originally from New Zealand, but they're based in London too. So there's all these guests coming across from the UK. Right, so but yes, I would say Princess Kate looked beautiful today. It was a beautiful dress. It was a beautiful dress. Let me just find her, Princess Catherine at Wimbledon. Let's go to images. Yes, it was a beautiful dress. Absolutely beautiful. Which one shall I pick? There's so many beautiful ones. I do like this one. I'll do this one. This one, people did this one. I like this one because Charlotte's just looking up to her, and it's a really nice one. And it's really interesting now how she does stuff with Charlotte and William does stuff with George. It's just, they just coming into their coming into their own, really. There we go. But she does look good in everything. I mean, I still personally think, and I don't like talking about people's weights, but I do think she looks very thin, if not a bit too thin. I just I just very concerned. But she's look at that. Look at those pictures. But it's good to see her doing stuff again. I really get annoyed that they call her surprise appearance Kate Middleton. She hasn't been Kate Middleton for ages. She's been Princess Kate since she married Prince William. And now she's the Princess of Wales. How are they going to cope when she becomes queen and they've got to call her Queen Catherine? I just think it's a lack of respect. I mean, I like this one too. This white dress again. She looked very thin there too. But I think she's actually a lot thinner than what she had been because of her treatment. But I'm not picking on her. Like, I'm not speaking out against it, but I just think she looks really thin. Yeah, she lost her bust, but she's not wearing form-fitting dresses. She's slim. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's lost weight, and I've put that down to the treatment that she's been having as a side effect. But yes, she's slim. I cannot believe that they say they don't have nannies, living nannies either. I mean, I think that's a credit to them as well, that they want to do it themselves while they can. That's a credit to them. But not like some other Kate we know. Well, that's true. That other Kate, yeah, or Katie, the other Catherine. Although I'd say she's lost weight too, but I think when she does show her face, she does look very thin and gaunt. But I think that's because of probably the stress of the court case and the fact she doesn't leave the house. If you don't leave the house, you're not getting your vitamin D. So, hello, Barbara. The home help situation, that is also correct. The home help situation, yes, correct. Correct. That is a very good point. Hello, Shiga Lover, 5:30 a.m. there. Mhm. Oh, short order. they've just announced that Bruce McAvaney is going to commentate the athletics for the ABC. The ABC Sport are going to be doing the athletics on radio, and they've got Bruce McAvaney. Isn't that like the best? I wonder, they've gone and got the best. Well, they haven't, because my boyfriend's not going, but you know, Bruce McAvaney is an icon, so he should be going. But yeah, so there you go. I know it may. I'm probably going to have to. I will have no problem listening to the athletics now. There's no one that can call athletics in Australia as good as Bruce McAvaney, in my opinion. Although, I mean, the only other person I could think that, well, there's a couple of people up there that's close. Tim Lane did it in 2004, the ABC. But I reckon, because Bruce McAvaney used to do all the race calling as well, I reckon athletics is suited to a race style caller. And there's a pretty good one around. Yeah, athletics is a hard call, and gymnastics. Well, interesting. There's a petition out there to try and remove the Australian commentator that does the gymnastics, and I'll show you why. See if I can find it. I can spell her name. Because the gymnasts are not very happy with her. And I don't know whether she don't know whether she's commentating, but there was a many of the gymnasts. Here we go. This is change.org from the 7th of July. Now, and I know that there's been big investigation into the US gymnastics, and there's been systemic abuse in the American system. So in the Australian system, there has been as well. But it says, call for Ms. Chekovich to be removed from the Olympic broadcast services for Paris. And it does say media inquiries. There's a link there for media inquiries. But it says, we the undersigned call for Elizabeth Chekovich to be removed from the broadcast of Paris. Guess who? The Australian Human Rights Commission investigated Gymnastics Australia over a 30-year. I can't remember. I'll have probably the goose. There's a few of them, which in the damning report found widespread abusive practices. Gymnastics Australia made an unreserved apology for gymnasts. Ms. Chekovich had a high-level involvement in high-performance gymnastics throughout Australia during the period reviewed. In 2022, Sports Integrity Australia would conduct further investigation and found it was reasonably likely that some gymnasts suffered abuse and or harm while participating in the program at weights. Ms. Chekovich was the long-term program manager during the time reviewed by the SIA. The Olympics should be valued for respect, excellence, friendship, but Ms. Chekovich's presence, given many athletes' personal histories, means many former gymnasts cannot watch or listen to the broadcast without constant reminders of the abuse. We call for replacement by other experts in the field who are accepted and respected by the gymnastics community for their commitment to integrity and child and athlete safety. So they hit 518 supporters. I mean, if you want to sign it, I'll just put it here. If you want to sign it, you can. you're welcome to sign it. You don't need to sign it. It's only up to you. But there are quite a few people. She was a mastermind of the ongoing abuse. She was at WASE when a lot of the Western Australian Institute of Sport gymnastics program. As a mother of an ex-gymnast who trained at WASE, I know I heard her voice while watching the Olympics. It would bring back a lot of things that happened under her management that would definitely take away the joy of watching our gymnasts performing. Someone says, I find her commentary on gymnastics incredibly condescending and outdated. It took her 2 rotations to identify the vault. Simone Biles competed in the Tokyo team final, and she was too prideful to recognize that she needed to do more research to become current in the sport. I believe commentators at the Olympics should be able to make positive comments regarding the athletes. Someone says, I don't like her, and not put them down. So there's all of that as well. It was proven that the gymnasts were victims of abuse, both physically and emotionally, body shamed, belittled, and treated with disrespect. In some cases, this abuse ruined their careers, caused long-term trauma, and was unacceptable. At least allow them to enjoy watching their beloved sport without the continual reminder of their victimization in the hands of this woman. So, yes, she's not a fair commentator and makes nasty, uncalled for comments. She does not represent Australian values. So yes, so this is the petition that is going around. So let me just, as I said, it's just I was in gymnastics for a while, and so I knew you would hear there was always stories going around, but there was you can't take action on stories. They couldn't do anything based on stories. Someone needed to be brave to speak up. And then once one person spoke up and got everything going, then it continued. So, yeah. So I do find gymnastics very irritating, very irritating. But there are some commentators like that. So they're very irritating. So anyway, I'm going to make this one a short one. I'm going to go in a minute because I don't really have much to talk about. I'm just coming on for a bit of a chat, and I need to do some more editing. So I want to try and get as many videos done and filmed and edited while I can. But before I'm back at school, I've started preparing for school today. I started looking at my list and contacting parents. And the new parents, I've only heard back from one set of parents, so out of 10. So I don't know how I'm going to fit them all in yet. But anyway, the diving's really good. Diving's really good. I like the diving. Oh look, for me, because most of it, the prime time will be on our overnight, and I'm going to have my iPad on, and I'm just going to have it on, and I will sleep with my iPad with it on in the background. That's what I'll be doing. And then, but I just like I probably will watch all of it. I like the cycling. I like the rowing. I like the athletics. I like the gymnastics. I like the diving. I like the swimming. Swimming's really big. Sorry. and particularly as I've got to know some, yeah, I like the diving too, though the diving costumes. What costumes? And it's interesting because people talk about the gymnastics leotards and stuff, but the gymnastics leotards, there's actually a regulation to tell you that the lining of the leotard has to be 2 centimeters above your hip. So they have pretty strict, has to cover. So this comes in under FIG rules, and it's a Federation of International Gymnastics, like it's whatever and they make the rules. But I think it was 2 centimeters, so that's why, and it has to be 2 centimeters above the hip bone. So they all generally, if it's a team event, they generally have to be dressed identically. If it's individual, they can wear what they want. So there's strict rules as to what they can do and what they can't do. Okay, special regulations here. Oh, gee, this brings back memory when I used to have to read this and all of this. There was talk at one point about bringing in, particularly for those that need to be fully clothed, bringing in full body ones. I know that in national competitions, they make exceptions, so you can apply and say due to religious beliefs and modesty requirements that they need to wear this, but ideally it has to be tight fitting for obvious reasons. I think so, yeah, and there's requirements for that as well. If they don't, if they're all in, like you lose points, it gets taken off your score. So that's how that happens. It's quite complex. And so at some point in time, they will at some point in time, I think they will have to address it at some point about full body suits. This is the regulation, so I'm just seeing what I can find for uniform. So it tells you all the requirements, how you qualify, what happens if you don't have a team, what apparatus team, how to allocate teams, and how it all should be run. Everything is in there. Really, registration changes, qualification points. What happens if there's a tie break? Oh, that's technical. I want the uniform. No, that's for that is for and even music and everything. It's interesting, very interesting. Petition. Let's see if I can find it. Let me just show you. I'll show you something. I'll show you some. So I did some gymnastics judging, and this is so. If you've ever seen, I don't know if you've ever seen them. You actually have to watch. They don't like you to look down at all. And so you have to be able to do so. This is essentially some of the symbols that you learn to judge gymnastics. So artistic swimming, yes. So you've got here, if they do a jump and it's straight, it's just a straight line. For straddle, so your top line is some of your jumps. What are they doing? So if it's straight and it's got a jump, form and actions, rotation and twists. So what happens is you are just essentially drawing symbols on your page, squiggles like this. And you essentially just showing, so you just essentially draw symbols on your page, and all of those equate to something. And then you've got these are standing elements and flexible. So that might have a balance to double turn. And so this tells you what you need to look at. So what it is, what the minimum requirement is. So it needs to be performed with a 170-degree angle between the legs for it to be paid. Must be on the ball of the foot, and and then they've got a demo here. So like this. Okay. And also how you draw it. Like that. And so you'll see some judges' pages that just have a series of different things on there. So one of the basic ones that they do is the L support. I don't think so. They do put the scores. Now they use computers to put the scores in, but it still has to be judged naturally. So this is a L support. So usually it must be held for 2 seconds without a fall. Okay? For that to be paid. So an L, if you see something with an L, you know that it's like an L type sit. An L type sit. So, yeah. This is the guide to gymnastics judging here. How the points are all made. Performance. So you have judges that just do the execution and some that do all this other stuff. Okay? Because you have a variety of judges. So one will do there's execution and routine type thing. So, or the artistry and the execution. And so I was only ever an execution judge. All I had to do was judge what I see. I didn't have to worry about whether things were joined together or things were missing. See, difficulty and execution. So there's a judge for the difficulty. It tells you how to do it and what to deduct from. And execution, which was all about form, posture, alignment, and then errors and what they should be. If it's a small error, 0.1, medium, 0.3, 0.5, large error. If you fall, it's 1. Yeah. So whenever you see a gymnast fall in any of the disciplines, it is a 1 deduction. There's also line judges as well if they step out the line, and they have two judges for each. They have 2 judges for A and B, and yeah. So it's 0.1 deduction each time, 0.1 for every time they step out the line, and there is a time judge if they go over time. So they have 60 seconds, and then they will get a 10-second warning. So there's a few, and then this tells you attire errors. So is a 0.2. So if there's an error in the attire, And then there's all sorts of other stuff that if they don't present, 0.2, if there's an interruption, if they stop or something, or, so there's deductions for lots of different things in gymnastics. And again, yeah, that's a round off, that's a walkover, the flick flack, G, salto, yep, yeah, oh gee, straight jump, static handstand, yep, 2 lines. Oh, I remember all of those. So yeah. So yeah, shorthand symbols come in very handy in gymnastics because they're just too hard otherwise. Yeah, they're the principles. Shorthand. We looked at those, yeah. Air turn, yep, if they do. Some of them you'll look at and you'll go, yep, that makes sense. Like a V, anything in the V shape looks like a V. Yeah, so some just make sense, others don't. A turn is a circle. If I watch Samara by into the corner and wonder who she doesn't end up in the audience, she's got some power, that girl. Yes. She does. Yep, you are correct. So yeah, I often watch the judge, but yeah, it's a skill to be able to write on your page, not look down and just look straight ahead and write symbols on the page, and then you have to add them up. So you're going, whatever, you're writing out the routine, and that's all right, Vidandra. I've been filming. I'm trying to film a lot. Or how she doesn't. Yeah. So like that. I just looked at you can't see it. I looked at the screen and just did a very simple routine. Oh, how she doesn't. Yeah, it's all about power. And there's a reason why they go diagonal, because that's the longest points. Right? Well, I hope you do enjoy the plan with me. As I said, I'm going to film. I'm going to probably plan ahead and try and film as much as I can this week, and have them edited, and they'll just all appear along the place. Yeah. So anyway, I know some of you just getting here. I'm going to go because I need to give Harrison a call. He's been calling me a few times now, so I need to give him a call. He said yes. Okay, cool. I've got another notification. I'm glad, Vidandra. I've just got to work out, get them make them a little bit better now. So I'll have to keep practicing and then see what I can do. But for first time, I'm okay with that. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to head off. Please hit like and subscribe if you haven't. And as I said, it's just all over. Things are crazy. It's just manic. And we'll see how tomorrow things are. Just to those of you who have come in late, Gypsy Rose, I've got to go too. Yeah, I hope to get on tomorrow. Gypsy has a GoFundMe for the baby now, by the way. Yeah, I need to give Harrison a call. He's called me twice. So anyway, so there you go. Can you believe that? Anyway, I'll leave you to ponder that. To the replay crew, hello, goodbye. Stay safe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.